What is going on, everybody? I am back here with another stream, and tonight we're going to talk about Zach Ertz. Should we trade Zach Ertz to move up in this year's NFL draft that is being hosted in Las Vegas, Nevada? It's a big question for Eagles fans, especially me in particular, because Zach Ertz he's a decent player. He's a pretty good player, but at the same time, we are looking to add some assets to this team down the road that'll make us a better team. Balanced, like more balanced of a team. If you're trying to catch my drift, it's been a long day and a long work day, and I told you I'm going to do streams like 2 to 3 times a week, even though I work 12-hour days at times. But you know what? This is something that I felt like needed to be addressed because Zach Ertz is a fan favorite. Very tough to move on from fan favorite players consistently in the city of Philadelphia because I just feel that fans are too loyal to their players, even though that player may be holding them back just a little bit. Now, I'm going to go to the comment section. Someone is already asking if I'm on crack. No, I'm not on crack. I'm trying to get to my reasoning on why we should indeed trade Zach Ertz to move up in the draft. Now, in my honest opinion, I think Zach Ertz is a good player, but I don't think he's a great player. He did set the record for, what was it? Receptions for a tight end in NFL history. I think last year he had something over 110 receptions. I don't even remember, but all I remember was he'd basically catch the ball for 10 yards on average, but he would fall flat. He wouldn't get any yards after the catch, and that's why his nickname is No Yak Zach, because there's no yards after the catch, and he runs into a brick wall every single time he catches the fucking ball. Now, as a tight end, because he is labeled a tight end, ladies and gentlemen, he is labeled a tight end. All right. Is he a tight end? No, he is not. He's a slow wide receiver that has not – his route running is questionable at best. So if you're not going to block as a tight end, or if you're going to block and you're going to fail miserably as a tight end, why would you be labeled in the same class as a guy as Kittle or Travis Kelce? All right. That's just something I'll never get. I just view him as a slower wide receiver with a big build. And it's a tough question for a lot of people out there. But for me personally, I would definitely 110% trade Zach Ertz to move up in this draft. I want to get either CeeDee Lamb or the wide receiver from Alabama. We need wide receivers. We need explosive power out there. And honestly, I feel like Dallas Goedert can lead the ship next year as the featured tight end. I really do. And, you don't necessarily need a 2 tight end set. You could either, and if you want to use the 2 tight end set, you could go get a tight end, bring in fucking Richard Rodgers again. Bring in a tight end that's obviously not as good as Zach Ertz, or you could draft one. But Zach Ertz has some value because a lot of teams out there like him. I just feel like us moving on from him and acquiring those assets will make our team better because Zach Ertz, in my opinion, is one-dimensional. He catches the ball and falls down. That's what he does. And I'm just very realistic. I'm very honest when it comes to the players on this team. And Zach Ertz, to me, is nothing special. He really isn't. He had that one great year where he went to the Pro Bowl. He caught over 110 passes. He had over 1,000 yards receiving, but he was just a slower wide receiver. Like I said, if you can't block when an offensive lineman goes down and we need you to block for us and you can't block, you're useless. That's just how I view it. So I think it's an easy decision. I want your guys' opinion on what you think we should do because we need some firepower on this offense if you guys want Wentz to succeed. If Wentz continues to target Zach Ertz, he's going to throw to Zach Ertz in the red zone most of the time, which helps because he's, let's face it, a 10-yard wide receiver, and that's basically it. But in the middle of the field, he doesn't really do anything for you. So if you guys want Wentz to get better and you want this offense to become more explosive, you need to trade him away to get more firepower in the draft. CeeDee Lamb, a burner on the outside. You need to bring back Deshaun Jackson, maybe get a wide receiver like AJ Green, just add offense in this draft and in free agency as well, and you're ready to go. You're ready to fucking go at that point. So I want your guys' opinions. I've been talking about almost 5 minutes on this subject, and here we go. I'm going to go to the top. Varson says, sup? What's up, Varson? Jose Angel Valvita says, are you on fucking crack? No, I'm not on crack. Crack is a hell of a drug, and it's just not good for you. So crack, whoever does crack, I'm not judging, but at the same time, I just don't do it. What's up, bro? How you doing? Joseph says, I'm doing awesome. It was a long fucking day, but I'm here to talk some Eagles football with you guys. What's up, Nitro? I know it's Sixers talk, but real quick, we desperately need to trade for D Rose, I think would be a good move. Your thoughts? I want to trade for D Rose, but in my honest opinion, I feel like the Lakers are going to get him before us. So I'd go in for someone like CJ McCollum. That's who I'd want. We'd have to give up a lot, but if you need a shooter, which we do, obviously, you need to put all hands on deck, and that's what we really need. Rely on Goddard. Yeah, rely on Goddard. He's a natural tight end. He's a beast. His build is like a tight end, and he's an actual tight end. Zach Ertz isn't an actual tight end. You don't trade the best hands on the team. Wrong. Big Jeff Bone says, we in here. What's up, Big Jeff? How you doing, buddy? It's Goddard time. I agree. Only trade Ertz to make a move for CD or Juju. I agree 100% with that, Jazz S. I agree 1,000, not even 100%. I agree 1,000% with that. But you have to get value out of it. You can't just trade him for some schmuck and then call it a day. You got to get value out of it. You got to fleece a team for Zach Ertz. I think Zach Ertz is a good player, but he's not a great player, which everyone hypes up. Every single player in the city of Philadelphia every single year. He's a good player, not a great player. Teams, double teams. What do you mean? He's not Jose. You got to get out of the mindset that Zach Ertz is a great player. He's not a great player. He catches the ball a lot. Yes. He has great hands. Yes, but he's very slow. You need a burner. You need a quicker styled offense. Zach Ertz is kind of holding us back, in my opinion. And if we have the opportunity to fleece a team for some draft picks or fucking trade commodities, then you got to trade them away. That's just my honest opinion. But, we're probably not going to trade him away, but this is what I do. These are the opinions that I put out there, and I see how you guys react to it. A lot of people love Zach Ertz. A lot of people love him. Like this guy, Big Jeff Bone says, Zach Ertz has been very reliable. I don't understand how. I mean, in the Super Bowl, he had that catch in the end zone, but you should have saw the players we had on the team. We had Aguilar, who was catching everything that year. We had Alshon Jeffrey, who caught that Spider-Man catch in the end zone at the beginning of the game. We had LeGarrette Blount that year. We had that Philly special play. The whole team was together. Zach Ertz was reliable on that one catch, yes. But in my honest opinion, I just feel like there's something missing from Zach Ertz's game, and I feel like he's tradable. Just my opinion. Move on from Alshon, Aguilar, and Djax. We're going to move on from a lot of players because we're going to get younger this year. We have the best tight end tandem in the NFL. False. Kittle had only one catch against a weak Green Bay defense. Green Bay's defense isn't bad. They're just bad at stopping the run. They're not a bad defense. What's your opinion? I missed that one. Hold on. Let's go up. What's your opinion on Eagles possibly signing Byron Jones? I would like it a lot. I would also like Chris Harris. He's getting older, but Chris Harris, I feel like, would be that cornerback that would fit into our system on defense, and Schwartz loves cornerbacks that can pretty much bump and run, and that's exactly what Chris Harris is. So I would like that a lot. Him or Byron Jones would fit here. Tight ends are mostly blockers. Catching is a bonus. Exactly. And Zach Ertz cannot block. So why would you want Zach Ertz? I don't understand that. And I understand what you said with Green Bay's defense. 49ers threw it 8 times. Yeah, they did because they didn't have to. They ran the ball, and Green Bay couldn't stop it. Need to keep Djax and trade Ertz. Move up for Ruggs. Okay. Imagine Djax, Ruggs, Wentz would average like 5 touchdowns per game. Exactly. Do you guys want a more explosive offense, or do you want to become stagnant like we have the last 2 years? It's an easy question, and it's an easy answer. Should be an easy answer. And I feel like Zach Ertz makes our offense stagnant, and that's just my honest opinion. Best to worst: Burrow, Tua, or Herbert. Herbert's the worst. Tua's the second worst, and Burrow. You have to go with Burrow over Tua because Tua, I don't think he could stay healthy. That's just my honest opinion. But I do like Tua. I wouldn't call him second worst. I do like Tua, but I just don't think he can stay healthy. I guess you'd have to go with Burrow over Tua, but Herbert's not going to be anything in the NFL at all. Stinks. MC Philly says, rumor has it Eagles going heavy on corner and free agency. I would like it. We need to. Jose asks, need a slot receiver who can catch and open up the field. I agree 100%. We have Greg Ward. Yep, we do. I like Greg Ward personally. Why does Howie have a habit of signing people over 30? It's a good question, and it's actually a good – I have a good answer for it. The reason why he signs veterans over the age of 30, in my opinion, is because they're already ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like these younger kids, you have to get ready for a system. You need to have time to like be installed and implement it into an offense. These 30-year-olds, they've pretty much seen every single offense you can in the NFL, so they're ready to go week 1. And that's why I think he signs 30 years and up, because for Wentz, he has a window. Wentz has a window, believe it or not. Wentz, in my opinion, has like 5 or 6 years left tops, the way he plays quarterback. So he really wants to implement these older style players into the offense that they're used to already, and that's why he signs them, in my opinion. It's actually kind of smart, but they don't last long. Jose, thank you for the super chat, buddy. 199 super chat. I really, really appreciate it. You're asking me some good questions, so keep up the good work. But thank you for the super chat. My thoughts on Boston Scott's future. He better fucking be here, man. I love Boston Scott. I wanted us to trade Zach Ertz last year so we can draft Devin Bush. Oh, my God. I love Devin Bush. I agree with you 100%. I wanted that too. Eddie Sanchez, who would you want the Eagles to draft? Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, or Henry Ruggs? I want CeeDee Lamb to Oklahoma. CeeDee Lamb is my guy. I think he's the most polished. I think he's the most NFL ready. And I just feel like when his ability to come back and catch the ball after being 10 yards down the field and coming back just to jump up in the air and grab it away from the defender, I just think he's an awesome wide receiver. And I think that's exactly what we need. Someone that comes back for the ball, not waits for the ball to fall to their laps. And we have a ton of receivers that win the ball. And that's just something you can't have. Ward was setting up wide, not in a slot most of the time. It's funny because Ward was a quarterback at the University of Houston, and we turned him into a wide receiver. Now, Greg Ward, to me, I think he's going to be like a 4th or 5th wide receiver on this team next year. If not, he may even go back to the practice squad. I like Greg Ward. He was actually our number 1 in the playoffs, which was kind of odd seeing him as a number 1. He almost became the quarterback because if Josh McCown went down with that injury and left the game, Greg Ward would have been our quarterback. So we have a weird situation here. If we go heavy on wide receiver in the draft or free agency, where does Greg Ward go? Because Greg Ward would obviously be the odd man out, because would he be more talented than the players we're about to bring in? Probably not. I would like to see Ward here, though. I really would. You guys might get Byron Jones. That would be cool. Danny Lugenheimer asked, the more I keep thinking about Zach Ertz, the trade, I like it. I think we should trade up and get a wide receiver. I love Ertz, but Goddard has the potential to be a star, and we need receivers. You nailed it right on the head. Joseph asks, where do you think J.J. Whiteside stands after the draft? Gone. Finite. See you later. Cut. Would you take Zach LaVine over Ben Simmons? No. I mean, I'm not the biggest Ben Simmons fan, but I wouldn't take him over him. Thoughts on Henry Ruggs? Polished. Completely polished. Connor McCoy. Can you people in the chat stop asking about Sixers? They suck. Sixers are for another time. Sixers are not for tonight. Tonight is about Zach Ertz and the ability to move up if we can get a star wide receiver in the draft. Do you think CeeDee Lamb would be there at 21? No. We would definitely have to trade up. Any defensive backs you like in the next NFL draft? I have to do my my research. I really do. The next one, I'd have to do my research. But this year, I feel like we're either going to go top heavy on corners in free agency or the draft. I was actually talking to my one buddy, and I said, I think we're going to go wide receiver number 1, and then 2 and 3, I think we're going to go cornerbacks if we don't land anyone in free agency. That's exactly what I think we're going to do, because we need cornerbacks. We can't start the season with Mills and Darby again. We cannot do it. I feel like the Eagles should try to get the first 2 round picks somehow. It's possible, but I don't see it happening. Howie never does that shit. Austin Odia says, please don't trade Zach Ertz, man. Man, he's the most productive tight end we've had in a while since Brent Selleck. Brent Selleck was a hog, man. Brent Selleck was an actual tight end. I don't even consider Zach Ertz a tight end. I really don't. Josh McCown for offensive coordinator. I don't know about that. Heard Ruggs ran a 4.25 at Pro Day one time. Not sure how accurate it is, but damn, that's fast. Yeah, fuck yeah, it is. Deshaun Jackson ran like a 4.22 or something like that, so it's kind of on par. You think Henry Ruggs is going to be there at 21? Nope. Right now, the Eagles are limited on getting offensive coordinators between Jim Caldwell and Deuce. I would go with Jim Caldwell. I mean, I don't really trust Deuce in this position, but if it's Deuce, it's Deuce. What's up, Nicholas? How you doing, guys? How you doing, buddy? 15 minutes so far. Wow. If you guys are enjoying the stream, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and click that notification button at the top. It's a great stream so far. That's going by really quick. We need to get rid of Jason Peters. That's a thing, though. Getting rid of Jason Peters, if he really has one more year left in him, I don't know if I'm ready to just completely move on and stick with Andre Dillard, because I remember last year I wasn't sold on Andre Dillard coming out of the draft because, number one, he was in the Pac-10, Pac-12, and number two, they didn't play any great defense that year. Like, they really didn't. So he didn't really get tested. Now, I understand he didn't allow a sack the year that we drafted him, and we traded up to get him. We went over the Houston Texans to get him. I was like, what the hell are we doing? Andre Dillard, I know they put him out at right tackle for that one game when he said he didn't want to do it, and they almost fucked with this mindset. But at the same time, I just don't think I'm ready to go forward with Andre Dillard yet. I think he needs more time and experience. I just really do, but that's my opinion. What do I know? I honestly don't know if the Eagles will get rid of Zach Ertz. I don't either. It's just a suggestion. Andy Reid and the Chiefs block the chance to interview Kafka. That pissed me off, and Jay Gruden is now the offensive coordinator of the Jags. Yep. I am not rooting for Andy Reid. Ruggs is my guy if we can't get Lamb. The way Ruggs explodes off the line of scrimmage is insane. Yes, it is. I was hearing that Mike Groh wasn't making any play calls at all. Most of the play calling comes from Doug. That is true. Doug calls the plays. Jamie Boswell says Eagles need to work on their depth because we already know someone is going to get hurt next season. I mean, I hope no one gets hurt next season because this season was a catastrophic failure in the player department because no one could stay healthy, and it hurt us. So hopefully we get a better training staff, medical staff, you name it, because they sucked this year. They were like the Sixers medical staff from 4 years ago. Horrible. What else is there that I could talk about? Damn, I read all of these questions. See how quick of a reader I am? Wow. I was here. No. I swear we are the most unlucky team with injuries. Like, what the fuck? We were last year, 100%. It was bad last year. It was really bad last year. Glad to see your stream, man. Love your knowledge on the game and your commentary. I really appreciate it, Austin. Come back and join me any single time. You know, I'll be on here a lot. I'm here 2 to 3 nights a week because I get off work extra fucking late. So I will be here at least 2 to 3 nights a week right after work. 11 o'clock for most people. I know that a lot of people work late, so I'm here to entertain them, obviously, and I'm tired as fuck. I'm not even going to lie to you. But I feel like there's some things that have to be addressed about this Eagles team before I kick myself in the nuts with the Sixers because they suck. So I'm just gonna address the Sixers right now. Eagles, fuck the Sixers. We should sign Ryan Matthews back. Said no one ever. That's a good one. Eagles need to draft a cornerback in the first round. I don't know about the first round. I'd go a little bit later, but the first round is kind of a reach. I hope Carson Wentz doesn't become the next Andrew Luck. It is very possible because right now he's not taking care of his body. When he does take care of his body, he's getting fluke injuries to the back of his head and pulls himself out of the game. So that's something we're going to have to fix if we want to keep Carson Wentz around for the years to come. Because I've been saying, and I've been really, really crucial on the guy, Carson Wentz is fragile. Texas Savage says, what's up? What's up, buddy? I take a receiver and tight end in the second round. Tight end, it's a good one. I don't know if there's any quality tight ends to take in the second round. That's a thing. I don't think it's loaded with tight ends in this draft. I think we should trade Cox instead of Ertz. No, we're not trading Cox. Cox was a fucking monster in that Seattle game. Cox is the reason why we're getting pressure on Russell Wilson that game. Cox had a bad year this year, 3.5 sacks. I understand that he does not belong anywhere near the Pro Bowl. But I'm not getting rid of Cox because Cox, he was good in that playoff game when it mattered. I'm not getting rid of him. And we paid him a shitload of money. Don't even get me started on with the Sixers. They piss me off. Yeah, they piss off everyone. What's up, Nitro? For me, it depends on how good of a pick we can get if we were to trade Ertz. Yeah, we'd have to fleece a team. That's the only way I trade Ertz. Like, I don't personally love Ertz, but I want to fleece a team. Do I hate EDP? I don't hate anybody. I'm all about love. Boom, 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 boom. I'm all about fucking love. Cold Drummer says, yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, Cold Drummer? Nelson Aguilar might go to the Jags. My cousin is friends with them. Bye, Felicia. Joseph says, I wouldn't mind drafting a block and tight end in the late rounds. Just a random thought. Yeah, I agree. Why on earth will we trade Cox? I don't know. Someone's suggestion. Eagles need to make big moves. I 100% agree. We cannot go back to the team that we had last year. Opinion on Derek Barnett, bust. I mean, he had a good fumble recovery in the Super Bowl, but right now he's a bust. Despite the injuries on defense, our run defense was still solid. Keep Cox most definitely. Cox is the quarterback of the defense. You cannot get rid of Fletcher Cox. Would you draft wide receivers if you're Philly? Yes, 100%. Just hate the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys too. Everyone hates the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys. That's all there is to it. Who do you think the Eagles should cut? Well, Aguilar. Well, Aguilar's a free agent, so we don't have to cut him. It looks like they're going to cut Alshon Jeffrey, and they're going to get rid of a lot of dead money, which I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see what happens. I'm a Carson Wentz fan, but the dude is the most unlucky player I've ever what is he saying? Unlucky player ever. I just hope that he turns his career around. I do too, because he is the most unlucky player ever. Eagle Speed, what's up? Shout out Eagle Speed. You're getting a wrench. I'll give you a wrench here. Moderator wrench. He says, I like Goddard. I'm all for trading once. Yeah, I agree 100%. I love Dallas Goddard. Love Dallas Goddard. Just says Cox eats up the double teams. Glad we can get Malik Jackson back. Yeah. See, I like Malik Jackson, but he can't stop the run for shit. Like, if he has a one-on-one situation with a running back, the running back will go by him like 100% of the time. Like, he cannot stop the run. Do you think Kyler Murray will be a star in the NFL? I don't know about star, but I think he'll be a good player. Trading Ertz gets rid of a big contract too. Yes, it does. If trading Ertz can give you a chance, I would do it. Yeah, I would too. How do you think the Cowboys will do with Mike McCarthy? 8-8. Mike McCarthy's not a big upgrade from Jason Garrett. I would actually consider. I would have kept Jason Garrett. I would have kept Jason Garrett over Mike McCarthy. Big Jeff Bone says Howie needs to be in a hot seat after admitting that he got too attached to players. If we don't do good things in the offseason, Howie should get fired. Well, Howie wouldn't get fired until after the season because they kept him this long. I honestly don't think he's going to do jack over there. Yeah, I don't think so either. By the way, wow, it's already over 20 minutes in this stream. You guys are absolutely fucking phenomenal. If you're liking the stream, smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, click that notification button at the top. I'm here 2 to 3 times a week, and thank you for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. Jason Garrett did win Coach of the Year, yes, and he was a phenomenal offensive coordinator and helped Romo turn into what he was. So I hate that hire for the New York Giants. I really do, because Joe Judge from the Patriots and Jason Garrett, the guy that has been exceptional as an offensive coordinator, I don't like that at all. It kind of sucks. Texas Savage asks, Nitro, do you think my Aaron Rodgers will ever win another Super Bowl before he retires? Well, he's going to be 37 this year. This year would have been the year he did it. I was rooting for him. I'm going to say no, because they're not giving him players around him, and they're fucking his chances up. I think he's going to retire with 1 ring. Which team in the NFC East are you worried about? Right now, it'd have to be the Giants. The reason being is because they already have the weapons on offense. I always make fun of Danny Jones for fumbling the ball, but other than fumbling the ball, he's actually a decent quarterback. Like, I always say he sucks, but if you look at his mechanics, he has the mechanics to be a good NFL player. And that's what scares me. He doesn't look like a person that gets injured much either. And it's like, what the fuck? The team I worry about the most is actually the Giants down the road. Malcolm Jenkins, stay or go. Depends on what he wants. But we need to get a replacement for him if we're going to let him go. Hershey Clarkson says, what's up, Nitro? What's up, Hershey? How you doing? Final Flash, what's up, buddy? I'm going to give you a mod stick, Final Flash. You're in here a lot. Do you think what the Astros did was worse than Spygate? Yes, 100%, 1,000%. I might go to the new Raiders Stadium this season. I'll go the season after because they play the Eagles. It's in Las Vegas. Do you think Brady can still play? Yeah, I think he's got 1 more year. And hot take alert, I think Brady goes to the Los Angeles Chargers. I was talking to Nicholas. Eagles Speed says, Redskins better than the Giants. Both will be lucky to win 7 games at most next year. I like the Redskins hire with Ron Rivera, but their owner's still a jackass idiot, so I don't know about that one. I'm more the Giants could be a surprise team. We'll see. They could be. They have the offensive weapons there. They have Golden Tate, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, who was injured at the closing moments of the year. Saquon Barkley, obviously, and they have a great pick this year. So their offense is going to be dynamic. But their defense, I don't know. We'll see. I wonder what the betting odds are on Brady going to the Chargers. I don't know. I haven't looked. Brady goes to the Titans with Mike Vrabel. I don't know about that one. That's an odd one to me. Because the Titans, I didn't really think the Titans were that good of a team. I just thought they were hot. They were 9-7. How much is Brady going to fix over there? Because their offensive line really isn't that good. Derrick Henry's just a truck and ran through the holes that was provided. So, and the holes weren't that big. Phillip Rivers moved to Florida. Yeah, he'll be the next Tampa Bay quarterback. Mark my words. Danny Lugenheimer says, I doubt McCarthy wins a Super Bowl with the Cowboys. No coach has ever won a Super Bowl with two teams. It could change. Never know. But I don't want it to happen because the Cowboys fucking blow. Who do you want as an offensive coordinator? Well, we need one right now because right now we don't have any. Jim Caldwell. That's who I want. I want Jim Caldwell. Could Golden Tate return to the Eagles if Giants get rid of him? I mean, he could, but I don't really want him. Brady would make Corey Davis a star, though. Corey Davis is a star, but he doesn't have a quarterback thrown his way. Ryan Tannehill sucks. And, they need a quarterback. How do you think Brian Flores is going to do as head coach? Brian Flores, the guy in Miami? I don't know. The jury's still out on him. I'm not sure. Thoughts on Henry Ruggs? Polished. Going to be an NFL player, going to be a star. What do you want in the NFL draft? Wide receiver and cornerback. That's what I really want. I do want a linebacker, but I'm never going to say that because they never go after linebackers in the draft. So it'll be useless for me to say that. Thoughts on Malcolm Jenkins? Stud, plays every single snap on the defense every single year. But he might want too much money. He is 32 years of age, and it just depends on what he wants. Is he a.k.a. Philly Boy? Do you think Nick Foles would ever come back here? Would he ever come back here? Yes. Do I think we're going to bring him back? No. Because it would be too much of a distraction for Carson Wentz. And they want Carson Wentz to thrive on his own. And they don't want his shadow being behind him. So I don't think they'd ever purposely bring him back. No. Would I want Byron Jones on the team? Yeah, 100%. I think he's a good corner. Ertz for Corey Davis and a mid to late round pick. Mid to late round as in the 3rd and 4th rounds. Corey Davis. That's an interesting one. That's a really interesting that's interesting. So I don't know. That's an interesting one. I'd take Randall Cobb over Aguilar. I would too. Corey Davis would be better if he had a better QB. I agree with that 100%. So I'm going back and forth with that one. That was a good one. I only want the truth. That was a good question. Dallas Goedert starting to show up. Yeah, he's a beast. Dallas Goedert is a monster. I like him a lot. I might get his jersey. I'm not even sure yet. This season, the Dolphins beating the Patriots is much more significant than the Miami Miracle because the season's win actually had playoff implications. It did. And you know what? If they don't beat the Patriots are into the divisional round, and who knows what happens. That was big. Do I want Alshon to stay? Yes, but I don't think he will. I love Alshon. He's a Super Bowl hero. Remember when Davis cooked us last year? Yeah, I do. It sucked. With Mariota, nonetheless. Ertz is a top 3 tight end. Why would we trade him? He's not a top 3 tight end. He's not even a tight end. He's a slow wide receiver that can't block. A lot of Eagles fans want Robbie Anderson, but I don't. He just doesn't impress me. There are better receivers out there. Yeah, I agree 100%. A lot of people wanted to trade a second rounder for Robbie Anderson last year. A second rounder. He's not that good. He's so inconsistent. Only what the truth says. We had a lot of interest in Davis coming out, and I think he'd be really good with Wentz. Imagine Wentz with Davis, Ruggs, Djax, Goddard, and Sanders. It would be dynamic. It would be one of the best offenses in the league. But that being said, I don't think it happens. Mariota is going to get cut. Make him the backup. Eagle Speed says Zach Ertz and a second-round pick for Bobby Wagner. I like Bobby Wagner, but he's a little too old. Nitro, have you ever been to Lambeau Stadium? No, but I might go this year. I'm not sure, but I would love to go one time. But this year's a good opportunity. Soda King, from a Jets fan, I hope we keep Anderson because I doubt we can get anything better in draft. Yeah, because you're the Jets. No offense. The Jets always fail miserably. They haven't been relevant in years, and their management absolutely blows. Do you think the Eagles should get Jamal Adams? I wanted Jamal Adams so badly last year, so badly, and it looked like he wanted out of the Jets franchise, but they're not giving him up because he is the quarterback of that defense. And if we got Jamal Adams, you might as well give us the fucking Super Bowl bid next year because Jamal Adams is that good. Yes, I would love to get him, but we're not going to. The King Mango says we should have grabbed Des Bryant for at least the rest of the season. Yeah, but he's washed. He's not in shape, and that's the reason why we didn't grab him. Ertz and a third for Jamal Adams. Would it get it done, though, Eagles speed? That's the thing. I would do that. I would do that personally. But would that get it done, or would you have to add more? I would do that in a heartbeat. I know how good Jamal Adams is. Have you heard of Dwayne Walker? It rings a bell. It rings a bell, but right now I'm not really thinking clearly, so you'd have to give me the complete description on the player. Rings a bell, though. None taken. We suck, but we suck a little less than the Giants the past 2 seasons, so not all lost. Yeah, I guess. What do I think of Tom Ornone? That's a very random question. Tom Ornone's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's trying to do his thing over there at his station, and it was funny because White Sox Dave of Barstool Sports actually just caught a clip of him on Instagram, shredding apart the Hall of Fame ballot. That was a fraudulent ballot that someone made, and he got caught with it. It was pretty funny. The White Sox Dave, go look him up on Barstool. He has a clip of Tommy talking about it. It's pretty funny. Delaney Walker from the Titans. Oh, you spelled it wrong. Delaney Walker, the tight end. Yeah, he's a good tight end, but I think we could get better. But as a second tight end, yeah, I'd grab him. Ertz in a first rounder for Jamal Adams. That not only would I do that, but the Jets would do that as well, because that's a lot. That's a lot. And you know what? Jamal Adams is only 24 years old. I would do that. I would personally do that. But I don't know if the franchise would do that. That's the thing. I'd go no more than Ertz for Ertz and a second. I think it would take more than that, Eagle speed. I really do. Jamal Adams, a lot of people don't realize how good Jamal Adams is. Like, he's really good. Andrew Marcus says, Eli, the first of the 3 2004 draft class QBs to retire. Yeah, because Eli Manning sucks. Nicholas Pass says, Jets are wasting Le'Veon Bell. Yes, they are. Nitro, who's your most disliked MLB team? The Boston Red Sox. Fuck Boston. I hate Boston. I have to say, as Jets fans, it's very weird to see teams interested in a player. We probably should have kept Jamal Adams, but we probably won't. I think you're going to keep him. You can't get rid of him. Your fans will literally disappear if you get rid of him because he's the best thing happening to your team right now, other than Sam Darnold. Over 30 minutes. Wow. You guys are the absolute best. If you like this stream so far, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel already. I do these streams about 2 to 3 nights a week. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to do this for a little bit longer. It's going by really quick. 15 likes right now. Let's try to get to 20. Eli Manning will be the worst Hall of Fame QB of all time. You know what? He's going to get into the Hall of Fame. I'm accepting that as an Eagles fan. I just hope it's not the first ballot. If it's the first ballot, I'd be like, what the fuck? Because Brian Dawkins didn't even get in on the first ballot. And, we all know Eli Manning isn't that great. Or at least smart fans realize that. Speaking of White Sox, did you hear EDP is showing interest in baseball now and chose to be a White Sox fan? Wow, that's weird. Joseph Cerny says, I hate everything Boston. Who doesn't? Do you hate any NFL teams besides the Patriots and the NFC East? Hate the Cowboys and hate the Giants. I hate the Giants more than the Cowboys, but I hate them both. I know I'm a Jets fan, but Eli better than Joe Namath. Yeah, he probably is. I agree with that. B-Dog owned Eli. He owned a lot of people. B-Dog was a monster. Monster. Absolute fucking monster. When you really look at Joe Namath's stats, terrible. He got into the Hall of Fame. Well, he got in the Hall of Fame because of the Super Bowl he called. So it was just one of those things that they just gave him the nod. I don't know ballot he got in on, but yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Joe Namath played in a different era. Yeah, he did. He played in a tougher era. Why do people keep saying Philadelphia is EDP's girlfriend? I haven't seen Philadelphia in years. Would you rather see the Flyers in the Stanley Cup or Sixers in the finals this year? Flyers in the Stanley Cup. I'm a diehard Flyers fan. If the Flyers won the Cup, I'd probably cry. I've been a Flyers fan literally all my life. I'm as diehard as it gets when it comes to the Flyers. Go to a lot of games with my friend AJ, and I love the Philadelphia Flyers. Mike Evans. Mike Evans would be someone the Eagles should take a look at for a trade. Yes, they should. I love Mike Evans, but I don't know if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are willing to give him up. Do you think the Eagles will win the NFC East again next year? I think they will. Has Wentz lost to Eli before? Can't remember. Yeah, he lost to them. He lost to him after the overtime game against Dallas on right before Halloween, going cross country up to MetLife. His first year, 2016, he lost to Eli Manning. That was the last time the Giants actually beat us. Nitro, go Pens, go Pens, go fuck the Capitals. I hate both teams, so it is what it is. Who do you want as a quarterback? Anyone better than anyone over Mills and Darby. Chris Godwin, love Chris Godwin. Love Chris Godwin. Nitro 44 said that he is trying to go to Philly when the Saints come. Cool, man. Yeah, 44th is definitely doing good things with his channel. I'm really proud of him. In 2016, yeah, they lost to the Giants. 2016 with Wentz. Who's stupider, Cobb Pizzle or EDP? Cobb Pizzle is definitely dumber. 100%. Do you like Jake Elliott? I love Jake Elliott. Now, is he the best kicker in Philadelphia Eagles history? No, that's Dave Akers, but I love Jake Elliott. Would I take KJ Hamler? It's a good question. It's a good question. Jake Elliott is a Philly legend, yeah. Living legend. Not just a legend. Living legend. Okay. 36 minutes so far. Wow. This is a great stream, guys. Another great stream with you guys. You guys are asking the questions. You guys are bringing it all. And, yeah, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up button if you're liking the stream tonight. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I know there's a bunch of new people in here because I sent out links to the different Eagles chats. But, yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, hit that thumbs up button. Would you be attending the draft if the venue's in Vegas? Yeah, I'm looking to attend the draft. I really am. I think that the draft looks unreal, and I do get comp rooms in Vegas, so it's something I might consider. Would I consider getting Byron Jones? Yes, absolutely. Longest kick made by a rookie kicker in the Super Bowl history, and Wentz 3-3 in the playoffs this year. Wait. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about Jake Elliott going 3-3 in the playoffs this year? Oh, yeah. I thought you said Wentz. I don't even know what I was looking at. Joey Shakes. Yo, what's up, Joey? How you doing, buddy? Another great Eagles content creator. Go sub up Joey Shakes 72. I know he does his little collaborations with Philly Jim from time to time, but he does a lot of shit on his own as well. So go sub up Joey Shakes. A very, very good content creator. Very good stream. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Young Money 87. We need wide receiver Ruggs. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get him, though. I would go after CeeDee Lamb a little bit more. I think CeeDee Lamb is more NFL ready. That's just my honest opinion. Eli 8th all-time in touchdowns, 7th all-time in pass yards, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and some dumb people think he's not a Hall of Famer. I think he's a Hall of Famer. I just don't think he deserves a first ballot. I don't think he deserves it. Nitro, why don't you like the Phillies? Boring ass team. I just never liked the Phillies. I just never did. And there's a lot of people in Philly that are like me. A lot of people like every single team but the Phillies. It's just something about them. Like, yeah, it's like, you like the other teams because of the fan bases, and then like in the heat of the summer, the Phillies have like no fans there. And it's just like I never got into the Phillies. It's just not how I grew up. Danny Lukenheimer says, it's weird that an Eagles player played football at my high school, TJ Edwards. He played before I was in high school, but it's still strange. It happens every day, every week. Jake Elliott has made every meaningful clutch kick. Yes, he has. Cold Drummer says, great stream, Nitro Freak. I really appreciate it, Cold Drummer. Lamb won't be available. Well, that's why I'm saying, should we trade up? Because I really want CeeDee Lamb. The Clippers lost to the Hawks. It's pretty funny. Did you go to the Phillies parade, bro? Nah. It was in 2008. I was only I was 16 at the time, and I was in school. Plus, I don't care for the Phillies, So, did you see the Aaron Hernandez documentary? I got through some of it. Then I fell asleep. But I'll watch more of it. I watch a lot of Netflix, and they just added a ton of stuff. So, I have a lot of time on my hands after work, so. After the stream, I'll probably do something like that. We're at 40 minutes already. This is awesome. This went by super fast. Our special teams is locked in for a while, which is good for chemistry. Yeah, I agree 100%. Special teams is the most underappreciated, underlooked asset on any team in the NFL. Like, you have to have a great special teams or else you're not going to be in a great position. I'm sorry. Like, special teams is so underrated. NBA Finals prediction. I'm going to go Clippers versus Clippers Toronto. I'm going to go Clippers Toronto. I think Toronto gets back there without Kawhi Leonard, and I think they have a rematch. I think they not a rematch. I think they go up against their former teammate. So that'll be interesting. The Heat literally give me heart attacks with these crazy wins. Yeah, the Heat are like hit or miss. What would you rather have witnessed as a sports fan? McNabb winning the Super Bowl for the Eagles or Allen Iverson winning the finals for the Sixers? McNabb winning the Super Bowl. Because back in 2004, that fucking hurt. I love AI, don't get me wrong. He's what made me a Sixers fan. But, I feel so bad for Donovan. And I feel bad for T.O. as well. Like, they're going back and forth on Twitter, like, talking shit to each other. Imagine if they won that Super Bowl. They'd be best friends. I hate when people just argue with each other. It sucks. Everyone needs to get along in the world. That's how people get killed. It sucks. Do you ever watch WNBA? No. What do you think of Colin Cowherd? He's all right. Let's go Raptors. Good game. Yeah, good game. I mean, it was good one, I guess. What do you think of the Sixers? Not very good right now. Exactly, Nitro. You need to go check her, and you need a punter to punt on offense in a bad position to help your defense. Exactly. I don't see Toronto going back. I do because the East is actually weak. The only team you really need to get through on the East is the Bucks. That's it. That is the only team that is polished is the Bucks. And in a 7-game series, you never know what could happen. You have Netflix, but have you subbed to Disney Plus? I'm not really a Disney person. I see Milwaukee going for sure. Yeah, it could happen. Rank these fan bases from worst to first. All right, Flyers, Sixers, Phillies, Eagles. Worst, absolute worst fan base, Phillies. Second worst, Sixers. Third worst, actually, I'm not even going to say worst because they're awesome, Flyers. And then Eagles are the best in the city. Nitro, do you think my Warriors are going to get Giannis in 2021? No. Let's go Raptors. Nitro believes that he will get swept in the finals. I don't think we're even going to the finals now. I wish we won the Super Bowl in 2004. Shit still hurts. Yeah. I mean, the one in 2004, I was 12 years old. I was 12 years old at the time. That fucking sucked. That was garbage. That Super Bowl is like one of the worst things in my life, and it's terrible. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. I'll be back probably either tomorrow night or Friday in the afternoon with Philly 500. I don't know. Depends on my schedule. But with that being said, I'm out of here. Good night, guys. Have a great night. And, yeah. And Eagle Speed was like, Nitro, you got it wrong. Once fans are the worst in Philly. I can't disagree with that. But, yeah, until next time, I'm out of here. Peace, guys. Go Birds.